So you guys have been asking me, Alex, when are you gonna start racing? And I got great news. In 5 months. In Japan, in a 5-hour endurance race in a K car, and we need to practice. You see, to race in real life, there's a few things that you need. Just a shit ton of money, or a good friend like JC, who already has a K car and already is part of a racing series. But the only catch is that we haven't practiced endurance racing ever. That changes today. This is my sim. Very nice. I use it, not enough. It's about 4 years old. Gets the job done. And for us to practice, I'm taking you back in time to the very first endurance race I ever did on iRacing for the 12 hours of Sebring. Now, I don't have the best record with sim racing. I have a 2.5 safety rating and rage against the machine at least 1 time per race. But we're a changed person. And by changed person, I mean, I didn't take a shower before this race and I kind of look like shit. But I was ready. Race start, 7 a.m. Nerves quelled. Cats sleeping. A 2-minute, 1-second qualifying had us in a beautiful P9 spot with Lars Vogler behind the wheel, our resident Stig, to handle the toughest part of the race, the start. We crashed immediately.
Maybe you got something in your nose. Sniffing that cake, you feel the hole.
Might have been our bad, but like most internet games, I will be blaming everyone else because that's who I am in league, so that's why I am here. So now, it was my turn. Boom, pass, boom, apex, apex, missed apex, boom, crash. Martini Works Racing runs in teams of 3, usually, which meant we had to pull our ace in the hole out of the hole, I'm not sure how this statement goes, DB. A 4.55 safety rating expert with 0 endurance racing experience. But he did have the pressure of God upon him, and a Ferrari decided to go into turn 1 in reverse and hit him before he even had a chance to make a mistake. If this is like real life, I'm fearful for my life. To be fair, things weren't looking great. But you know what they say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and I'm a masochist, so I urge the team to continue on, get the car repaired, and keep moving forward, and that went fantastic. iRacing is weird because you don't really have the things that you need to know for a real life endurance race quite dialed in, especially on a sim like mine. You're not really checking the mirrors as much as you could. Maybe the rear view mirror is just completely zoned out because you don't have the graphics card for it. You also don't have the fear of God if you are going to punt or be punted going into any corner. But we don't have to worry about that in a $500,000 GT3 car when we're on the video game. What we can do is reset. P16, qualifying, Lars back in front, and a verbal commitment from everyone on the team that we would keep it clean. Like the bald guy in the commercials. Clean. So Lars had to explain what the hell that just was because we went from P16 to P46 with more repairs and 11.5 hours of racing ahead of us. We had to make another call. And you know what? We're gonna keep going. We can't give up. We can't try again. This is about learning racecraft and trying our best. And damn it might be 1200 I rating, but we're doing this. So DB was out, and for someone who was grinding MX5 to get the safety rating for this race 24 hours ago, he was killing it. With each stint taking about 50 minutes, he was already sinking passes, and in 2 stints brought us from P46 to P34. It's like my old man once said, the winner ain't the one with the fastest car. It's the one who refuses to lose. My dad did not say that. The hours ticked by and the pace started to sort itself out, which meant I was up for my double stint from a 30 position drop to now sitting at 21. Now, I didn't do everything perfectly. But I learned two really big things. Double stints are quite tricky, especially with 17 turns on Sebring with more asphalt changes than your girlfriend would make outfit changes when they first meet your parents. And the real important one, I relied way too much on cones. Every time I nearly lost it all was because of the cones I used to reference were behind a car I was passing on the inside. That was bad tea. If I lose it all, slip and fall, I will crash this fucking car. But the racing really started to get fun and tricky just a few hours into racing when everything finally started to calm down. Turn one is like a risky text. High risk, high reward. The sunset does not play around, and people are stupid, like really, really stupid. Maybe a little hypocritical since I too crashed just a little bit, but again, remember my piece of advice. If it's on the internet, then any grievance a stranger on the internet ever gives you automatically makes them a giant pile of trash. And when they do it to you, it's because they're stupid. But we were down to 21st with about half the race to go, which meant it was time for Lars to get back in the car. No crashes, no crashes, no crashes. God, he's good. Sometimes, down to P17. And I'm gonna be honest, it's cool to catch cars and make passes, but it was getting a little exhausting doing all of this work only to get back to where we were in the first lap of the race. But it's cool, we're cool. Now, if anyone needed a little history lesson, there's two big things that you need to move a car like this. Not a K car, a GT3 car. Number one, a hopeful participant behind the wheel. That's us. Number two, fuel. And one of the best parts about driving on a sim to learn racecraft, which is why we're here, especially for November, is to learn how to race. And if you're at a run for a podium, maybe we can sneak a few positions by just staying out longer. Domain expansion, calculated starvation. Fuel management is a technique used to extend a race car's stint length. By lifting earlier into the braking zones and short shifting on corner exits, the driver reduces fuel consumption without creating any loss in lap time. For the next 30 laps, Alex would reduce his fuel consumption so low without losing pace that no one on the field could counter it. Except for Satoru Gojo, of course. If you've ever experienced flow state, this was it for me. 30 laps of what felt like perfection. The perfect liftoff, perfect apex, perfect exit, coasting in the right spots to save a little bit of fuel without losing any time at all. And it's one of the real big things I learned starting to do endurance racing on here in a GT3 car that I think we can apply to our 5-hour endurance race in November, which is not forcing myself through a corner for the sake of trying to be as fast as humanly possible. My fuel management times were actually just a little bit more than my fastest lap times, but they were considerably safer and way more smooth. There's a lot of people that will say sim racing isn't the same as real life, and you'd be right. It's almost better. Hear me out before you start typing up a storm because of your red switches, okay? On a sim, you get to be at places like this, laughing with your friends, learning, practicing, and at the same time realizing that some of this does transfer over to real life. The nerves of an official endurance race are there when you're a rookie like me, and they pass through like the first time you drift a car. It was fun, and I had fun with friends as we start Martini Works Racing, as we finally start to get out and actually race cars. Because even though a K car with 65 horsepower is way different than a 500 horsepower GT3 car, it's still a good time to practice racecraft. And here we can do it without spending a ton of money, which is why I'm so excited to get started on this journey with you guys. So thanks for watching. We got P14, by the way, which is a dumb thing to brag about when you consider we only moved 2 positions in 12 hours, but it was fun. I had fun. I didn't have fun the whole time, but that's okay, because we're learning and we're having fun, right?